this video, we shall prove this theorem and three of its corollaries. Theorem says that if A is any element of order n in a group and k is any positive integer, then cyclic group generated by a to the power k and cyclic group generated by a raised to power GCD of n and k are same. And it also says that order of a to the power k is equal to n divided by GCD of n and k. This theorem gives us a method to identify all the generators of a cyclic group, and it also helps us to compute the order of a to the power k when order of a is known. Let us understand how this theorem helps us to find all the generators of a cyclic group. So suppose we have a group G cyclic group generated by A, and suppose order of G is 15. So order of A will also be 15. Now this result says that A to the power k and A to the power GCD of n and k, both these elements generate the same cyclic group. Now we have order of A 15. So let us find the integers, positive integer, which have GCD 1 with 15. So we have the following numbers. GCD of 2 and 15 is 1. GCD of 4 and 15 is 1. GCD of 7 and 15 is 1. GCD of 8 and 15 is 1. 11, 15 is 1. And 13, 15 GCD is 1. 14, 15 GCD is 1. Now according to the theorem, cyclic group generated by GCD of 4 and 15 is same as cyclic group generated by a to the power 4. We are taking k equal to 4. N here is 15. But GCD of 4 and 15 is 1, so this is equal to cyclic group generated by A. So because GCD of 2, 4, 7, 8, 11, 13 and 14 is 1 with the number 15, so we can say that all these powers of A generate the cyclic group generated by A. That means A to the power 2, A4, A7, A8, A11, A13 and A14 all generate the same cyclic group G. So to find all the generators of a cyclic group, what we have to do, if G is generated by, if G is of order n, you have to find all the integers which are relatively prime to n. These all these powers of A will generate the same cyclic group. Another thing is that it helps us to compute the order of a to the power k. This result helps us to find the order of a to the power k. Simply, to find the order of a to the power k, we have to divide n by the GCD of n and k. Let us prove the theorem now. We first prove this part, that cyclic group generated by a to the power k is same as cyclic group generated by a to the power GCD of n and k. So suppose D is the GCD of n and k, and we have to show that a to the power k and a to the power d generate the same cyclic groups. So let k be equal to dr. Remember, k is a GCD of n and d is GCD of n and k, so k would be a multiple of d. So suppose k is dr, then a to the power k becomes a to the power dr. This we can write as a to the power d and then power r. So it's a power of a to the power d, so it belongs to the cyclic group generated by a to the power d. This implies that a to the power k is a power of a to the power d. So say it is a to the power d, then alpha. This implies that a to the power k raised to power beta is equal to a to the power d and then alpha beta. So any power of a to the power k is also a power of a to the power d. So all the powers of a to the power k are in this cyclic group generated by a to the power d. So that means cyclic group generated by a to the power k is contained in cyclic group generated by a to the power d. So now we prove the converse thing, that cyclic group generated by a to the power d is contained in cyclic group generated by a to the power k. So suppose GCD, okay, GCD of n and k is d. So this implies there exist integers s and t such that d is equal to ns plus kt. This is a number theory result. So a to the power d will be equal to a to the power ns plus kt. We can separate this. So it is a to the power ns times a to the power kt, but a to the power n is 1, so a to the power ns is also 1. So we are left with a to the power kt. This we can write down as a to the power k and then power t. So it's a power of a to the power k. So this belongs to cyclic group generated by a to the power k, and this implies that all the powers of a to the power d are also in a to the power k, this cyclic group. So a to the power d cyclic group is contained in cyclic group a to the power k. So these two cyclic groups are same. This proves the first part of the theorem. Now we prove the second part, that means order of a to the power k is equal to n divided by GCD of n and k. To prove this, we first show that order of a to the power m is equal to n by m for any divisor m of n. To prove that order of a to the power m is n by m, we have to show that n by m kills a to the power m, and also it is the smallest that kills a to the power m. So first we show that n by m kills a to the power m. So if we take n by m power of a to the power m, we get it is equal to a to the power n, and a to the power n is 1. So n by m kills a to the power m. So order of a to the power m will be less than or equal to n by m. But we have to show that it is exactly equal to n by m. So we will show that no integer less than n by m kills a to the power m. So let I be a positive integer which is less than n by m. If I is less than n by m, then mi will be less than m times n by m, but m times n by m is same as n. So mi is less than n. So because order of a is n, so mi cannot kill a. So a to the power mi cannot be 1. So that is the same thing, that a to the power m and then power I is not equal to 1. So I is not killing a to the power m. So that means order of a to the power m is exactly n by m. So we have proved this thing, that if m is a divisor of n, then order of a to the power m is n by m. Now order of a to the power k, we know it is equal to the order of the cyclic group generated by a to the power k, because order of a cyclic group and order of its generator both are same. So in by the first part, a to the power k cyclic group is same as a to the power GCD n k. So these two are equal. but GCD NK is D, and by the first part, by just we have just proved that this is equal to N by D, and now replacing D by GCD N and K, we get that order of A to the power K is equal to GCD N divided by GCD of N and K. This proves the second part and the theorem. 4.2 allows us to replace one generator of a cyclic group with a more convenient generator. For example, consider this cyclic group G generated by A, which is of order 30, and suppose we want to find out the cyclic group generated by A to the power 26. So we will have to find the powers of A to the power 26, but by theorem A to the power 26, this cyclic group generated by this power, is same as A to the power GCD of 30 and 26, and GCD of 30 and 26 is 2, so this is equal to A square. So to calculate the powers of A to the power 26, it is better to calculate the powers of A square. This is first corollary to the theorem. This corollary says that if order of A is n, then cyclic groups generated by AI and AJ are same if and only if GCDs of I and J with n are same. And the second part is that order of AI and AJ are same if and only if, again the same condition, that GCDs of I and J with n are same. So let us prove this first part, that cyclic group generated by AI and AJ are same if and only if GCD Ni and GCD Nj are same. By theorem, we know that cyclic group generated by A to the power I is same as cyclic group generated by A to the power GCD of Ni. And similarly, cyclic group generated by A to the power J is same as cyclic group generated by A to the power GCD of N and J. So to prove the result, we have to prove that these two cyclic groups are same if and only if GCD Ni and Nj are same. Now if GCD Ni and Nj are same, then it is clear that these two cyclic groups are same, because these two are same. Conversely, if these two cyclic groups are same, we need to prove that GCD Ni and Nj are same. Now if these two cyclic groups are same, then their orders are same, and if their orders are same, that means the order of their generators is also same. So this order, generator of this cyclic group, is this. So this order and this order both are same. But again by theorem, order of A to the power k is n divided by GCD Nk. Therefore, order of A to the power GCD Ni is equal to n divided by GCD of n with GCD of Ni. But this this GCD of Ni divides n. Therefore, this GCD is equal to Ni. So order of A to the power GCD Ni is n divided by Ni. Similarly, order of A to the power GCD Nj is equal to n divided by GCD Nj. And so these two are equal implies that Ni and J GCD are same. So we have proved the first part. Second part, this one follows easily from the first part, because the order of AI is same as the order of the cyclic group generated by AI. So these two are equal if and only if GCD Ni and Nj are same. This proves the first corollary of this theorem. Corollary 2 of the theorem says that if order of A is n, then cyclic group generated by A and cyclic group generated by A to the power j are same if and only if GCD of n and j is 1. Actually, this is a particular case of corollary 1. In corollary 1, we have proved that AI cyclic group is equal to AJ if and only if GCD of Ni and Nj are same. Now, if we take I equal to 1 here, then A cyclic group generated by A and cyclic group generated by Aj are same if and only if GCD of N1 is same as GCD of Nj, but GCD N1 is 1, so that means if and only if GCD of N and J is 1. So it's a particular case of corollary 1. Third corollary says that an integer k in Zn is a generator of Zn if and only if GCD of N and k is 1. This corollary is a particular case of corollary 2 because in here this cyclic group is of order n and here this is cyclic group of order n. Here we have generator A and here in Zn the generator is 1. So Zn is generated by 1. So K is a generator of Zn, that means it is also generated by K. So by the corollary 2, 1 we can write down as 1 into 1 and K we can write down as K into 1. Here we have powers of A to the power j and A to the power 1. Here we have multiples of 1, generator is 1, so 1 times 1 and K times 1. So by this corollary 2, these two are equal if and only if GCD of K, N and K is 1. As an example, let us find out all the generators of this group U50. U50 consists of positive integers that are less than 50 and their GCD with 50 is 1. So these are the numbers in U50. These are 20 numbers. So order of U50 is 20 and we can check that U50 is generated by 3. If you make the powers of 3, then we will get all these 20 elements. For example, 3 square is 9, so we will get this element. 3 cube is 27. 3 to the power 4 is 81 and 81 modulo 50 is 31. So we will get this element. So like this you can get all the elements of U50. Now by corollary 2, 3 to the power k is a generator of U50 if and only if GCD of k with 20 is 1, where 20 is the order of U50. So k can be one of these numbers 3, 7, 9, 11, 13, 17 and 19. So U50 is generated by 3, it is also generated by 3 to the power k, where k can be any of these numbers. So let us find out these powers of 3. 3 to the power 3 is 27 modulo 50. 3 to the power 7 is 37. 3 to the power 9 is 33. 3 raised to power 11 is 47. 3 raised to power 13 is 23. 3 raised to power 17 is 13 and 3 raised to power 19 is 17 modulo 50. So U50 is generated by all these numbers. First is 3, then 27, 37, 33, 47, 23, 13 and 17.